Hey, it's Angela.
Hey, it's Richie, and here with your Week 10 college football picks for Saturday. We already did our weekday picks and preview and all that stuff, so these are just picks for Saturday. Starting off with West Virginia. West Virginia coming off a big win. They were up by a lot. Texas coming up being upset, and I'm going to pick Texas to win this one.
I'm picking Texas.
Georgia taking on Kentucky. Kentucky, I don't know how they keep winning. Georgia's going to kill them. So Georgia.
Go for Georgia.
Nebraska taking on Ohio State. Ohio State's mad. They've had a bye week because they were lost 2 weeks ago, and I think they beat Nebraska. So Ohio State wins.
Ohio State.
Stanford, Washington, both coming off losses, but I think Stanford bounces back. They'll win.
I'm going for Washington.
UCLA taking on Oregon. Oregon got killed, and I think they bounce back and they beat UCLA.
Going for Oregon.
Rutgers taking on Wisconsin. Rutgers sucks. Wisconsin will win.
I'm still going for Rutgers.
Utah taking on Arizona State. Arizona State beat USC, but Utah's been really, really good, so I'm going to go with Utah.
I'm going for Arizona.
Minnesota playing Illinois. Minnesota, I think, should win that one.
Minnesota.
Oklahoma State cutting off a big upset against Texas. They were playing Baylor, and I think they keep rolling, so I think Oklahoma State wins.
Oklahoma State.
Iowa State, they're coming off a win against Texas Tech. They won 3 in a row. Kansas beat TCU. First time Kansas has won in October since 2009. So, but that being said, I think Iowa State wins.
Kansas.
Louisville and Clemson. Louisville sucks. Clemson's good. Clemson kills them.
Clemson.
Texas A&M got upset by Mississippi State. They got to go to Auburn. I don't think they get that win back. I think Auburn beats them.
Auburn.
Military stuff. Air Force taking on Army. Army is really good this year. I think Army wins.
I'm going to go for Air Force.
Syracuse taking on Wake Forest. This could be a shootout, but I think Syracuse ends up with the win in the end.
I'm going for Wake Forest.
Michigan State taking on Maryland. This will be kind of even, but I think Maryland will win though.
I'm going for Michigan State.
South Carolina taking on Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss, their offense is really good, so I think Ole Miss wins.
I'm going to go for South Carolina.
Central Michigan taking on Eastern Michigan. Central Michigan kind of sucks. Eastern Michigan's they're not bad. Eastern Michigan, I think, should win this one. Memphis Tigers taking on ECU Pirates. Memphis, they have a good offense. They got a pretty good team. I think Memphis should win.
I'll go with Pirates.
Georgia Tech taking on North Carolina. Georgia Tech, they beat Virginia Tech last week. They killed them, so I think they keep going. Georgia Tech wins.
Georgia Tech.
Texas State taking on Georgia State. I think Georgia State's offense is a little bit better, so I think Georgia State should win.
Is it not close?
It might be even, yeah.
I'll go for Texas State.
San Jose State, they finally got their first win of the season last week, taking on Wyoming. That being said, I think it stops. I think Wyoming wins.
I'll still go for San Jose State.
South Alabama taking on Arkansas State. Arkansas State's not as good as they had been, but I think they should be good enough to beat South Alabama, so Arkansas State wins.
I'll go for Arkansas State.
Georgia Southern coming off a big upset over ranked number 25 Appalachian State, taking on Louisiana Monroe. I think they keep going. I think Georgia Southern wins.
Georgia Southern.
Yeah. Marshall taking on Southern Miss. Southern Miss, I don't know what's wrong with them. They haven't been very good last few games. I think Marshall should win that one.
Marshall.
Iowa and Purdue. Iowa almost beat Penn State, but they did. Purdue couldn't quite do it against Michigan State. I'm going to go with Iowa. I think Iowa wins.
I'm going to go for Purdue.
Tulane taking on USF. USF lost their first game last week. I think they bounce back. I think they'll get it against Tulane and USF wins.
USF.
Florida State taking on NC State. This is weird because, like, NC State, I mean, they're not as good as people thought they were. I knew they weren't. Like, they're a fine team, but they lost the last 2 games pretty much, like, to Clemson and Syracuse. Florida State, though, they got rolled by Clemson. But then again, so did NC State. This might be a pretty even game. I'm going to go with NC State. I have a feeling Florida State's going, but I'm going to pick NC State.
I'm going to go for Florida State.
Liberty taking on UMass. UMass beat UConn last week, but Liberty has the offense. I think Liberty should win.
Oh, Liberty.
Navy taking on Cincinnati. I'm going to go with Cincinnati. Cincinnati's pretty good this year.
No for Navy.
UTEP and Rice. So UTEP has lost 19 in a row. Rice is 1-7. I'm going to actually go with UTEP. I think UTEP stops their losing streak and wins this game.
Oh, I'll go for UTEP.
Louisiana taking on Troy. This would be a pretty good game. Louisiana beat Arkansas State last week, and they held their own against Appalachian State. Troy is another one of the better teams in the Sun Belt. This is kind of tough for me to pick, but I'll go with Troy.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it should be.
All right, I'll pick Louisiana.
Kansas State taking on TCU. TCU lost last week, so did Kansas State, but I'm going to go with, I think TCU bounces back. I think I'll go with TCU.
What color are their jerseys?
Like purple. They're both purple.
Oh. Well, then, I guess I'll go for Kansas State.
Penn State taking on Michigan. This should be a pretty good game. I'm going to give... Michigan's defense is really good. I'm going to give it to Penn State. I think Penn State wins.
I go for Penn State.
Boston College facing Virginia Tech. Boston College got A.J. Dillon back. He ran all over Miami. Virginia Tech just let Georgia Tech run over them. This should be a pretty good game, though. I'll go with Virginia Tech in this one. I think they'll bounce back and win.
I think I'll go for Boston College.
Missouri taking on Florida. Florida sucked against Georgia. Missouri gave up freaking stupid lead when they lost to Kentucky at the last second, or no seconds left actually. That being said, I think Florida will bounce back. No, I think Florida should win.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Florida.
Charlotte taking on Tennessee. I'll go with Tennessee in this one.
Tennessee.
Alcorn State, 1AA taking on New Mexico State. I kind of want to go with Alcorn State, but I think New Mexico State should win.
I'll go for New Mexico State.
Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina. This will be a really good game. Appalachian State lost last week, but Coastal Carolina, it's only their second year in the FBS, and they're already 1 win away from bowl eligibility. It's at Coastal Carolina on the teal field. I want... I'm going to go with Appalachian State.
I'm going to go for Coastal Carolina.
Houston taking on SMU. Houston's got one of the best quarterbacks in the country, Derek King. Guys putting him up for Heisman. He went off on USF last week. I think Houston wins big over SMU.
I'll go for Houston.
UConn taking on Tulsa. Oh, good. I'll go with UConn. They lost to UMass, but whatever. I'll go UConn.
Go for Tulsa.
Duke taking on Miami. Miami has lost 2 in a row. They look like crap. Duke actually is decent, but I don't know. I think Miami finally wins. I think Miami will get it.
Yeah, I'm going for Miami.
Notre Dame taking on Northwestern. Northwestern coming out with a big win against Wisconsin. I think Northwestern will give them a chance. I think this will be actually a pretty good game. I'm going to go with the upset. Northwestern wins.
I'm going for Northwestern.
Florida Atlantic taking on Florida International. This year, roles are reversed. Florida International is the better team. I think they'll win.
Florida International?
Yeah.
No, they're both Florida teams.
Yeah. Gotta pick one.
Alright, FIU.
Louisiana Tech taking on Mississippi State. Mississippi State just beat Texas A&M. This will be a good game. Louisiana Tech's a pretty good CUSA team. I almost want to pick Louisiana Tech because Mississippi State is way too inconsistent. That being said, I guess I'll go with Mississippi State. I'm just gonna trust that their consistency is on this week.
I'll go for the Louisiana.
UTSA taking on UAB. UAB has one of the best defenses in the country. They got their third shutout of the season the other day, which is crazy. It doesn't matter who you play. You get 3 shutouts in one season. That's fucking awesome defense. I think UAB wins.
All right. With that, I'll have to go with UAB.
Alabama and LSU. This is the game of the day. Game day will be there. Alabama will win.
So, is LSU ranked?
Yeah, this is why it's the game day. Alabama's number 1, LSU's number 4.
You know, I'm just going to go for LSU.
It's at LSU, it's Baton Rouge, but LSU's been pretty good, but Alabama looks like one of the best teams to ever play this year, so that would be a pretty big upset. Oklahoma taking on Texas Tech. This has the potential to be a shootout, but I'm going to go with Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for... Well, so it should be close.
Maybe.
Or...
Oklahoma's ranked, Texas Tech's not. But if Texas Tech is on their game, it's the potential to be a shootout. Because both offenses potentially are really, really good. But Texas Tech, they don't always show up, so...
Well, I'm going to go for Texas Tech and hope they show up for upset.
Yep. USC taking on Oregon State. Oregon State came all the way back to beat Colorado. USC came all the way from ahead to lose. They were behind by a lot, then they came back ahead, and then they lost. So that means that I think USC should. Nah.
But Oregon State, they...
Yeah, USC's kind of sucking. Ask her. I think USC bounces back. They should win.
I'm going for Oregon State.
BYU taking on Boise State. Boise State looked great last week. BYU lost 7-6 to a decent MAC team. I think Boise State wins.
I'm going for BYU.
San Diego State taking on New Mexico. San Diego State lost to Nevada. I think they bounce back and beat New Mexico.
San Diego?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go for San Diego.
Fresno State facing UNLV. Fresno State just killed Hawaii. UNLV just got killed by San Jose State, which was their first win of the season. I think Fresno State kills them more. Kills them dead. Deader than dead.
Alright, I go for Fresno State.
Alright, Cal coming off a big upset over Washington. Washington State's coming off a last-second victory against Stanford. I think this one goes to Washington State.
Yeah, I'm going to go Washington State.
Utah State taking on Hawaii. They got to go to the island. This could be a shootout. Utah State's got the number 3 scoring offense in the country. Might be higher right now. I don't know. They put up 61 the other day. Hawaii, they still pass it around. They lost their last 3 in a row, which isn't good, but they still can. This could go back and forth. Utah State's looked really, really good. I'm gonna go with Utah. They gotta go to Hawaii though. God, that's the problem. If this were in Utah State, I'd go with Utah State for sure. But the travel, I don't know. I'll still go with Utah State. I think they win.
I'm going to go for Hawaii.
Alright, those are our picks. Go watch our other picks and the weekdays and all other videos. Goodbye.
See ya.